Imam Ghazali says that if the true image of Islam doesn't reach a person, so a distorted image reaches a person and he rejects that.
Yeah. MashaAllah, some genius just called me. Right, so great. On that too, on Facebook. So that means they must have seen that he's live. I know, let's just call him. Right, so say that, is it back on? But I think it's gonna have to start fresh. Yeah, so it's another share now. Right, so yes, so Imam Ghazali has a book on explaining that the Christians that were part of the Roman Empire or other kind of in Christendom, those to whom the message of Islam reaches in such a distorted manner, they reject it. Are they answerable? And he said he doesn't believe that they're answerable because the faith has been distorted. I would definitely say, sorry folks, those of you just logging back on, that's because we're disconnected. I would say that definitely applies today. The message of Islam has by far been distorted. So people generally are excused by default. It doesn't mean that you wouldn't speak about the faith, but what it means is that for people finding the faith to be nonsensical, that's because it's presented in that image. It is, unquestionably. The media has a lot to do with it as well. But then we don't help ourselves either as Muslims. Like the recent Asia Bibi case and these kind of things are good examples of, Muslims taking to that meme, like, oh, blood, let there be blood. This kind of like, this thirst to, so it's a very distorted kind of image you can imagine. So I do feel, and I'll tell you something even greater than that. Allah, I'll do better than Imam Ghazali's quote here. Better than Ghazali. Kya yaad karoge? Huh? Sorry, sister. Right, so Imam Ghazali had said that. But better than him on this mas'ala. Yaar, look at everybody thinking, what could this possibly be? I better quickly make up some stuff now just to live up the hype. Right, so is Al-Qadi al-Baydawi, alright, from the Hanafiya. People, see. Now, Al-Baydawi in his book on, in his, I believe it's the Tawali', is it? Right, so in that book he discussing this mas'ala and some scholars before him as well, and Baydawi agrees with it. Other people have highlighted this as well, Al-Ubbi and other people in their tafasir, but that if a person just he tries to reason and tries to think that is there a God, like somebody asked me this question before, that what if reason leads you away from God? That what if somebody does reason and the result of their reason is, nah, Islam ain't true. Then he writes that al-kafir that does his own ijtihad, he says yurja afwuhu, that inshallah that person is fine, that he tried his best. And so even if reason does lead you away, but it's what you have. So that's actually very interesting, and it's amazing that these quotes exist by scholars who are reputable, that are often quoted, yet these kind of quotes won't be shared with people. Just eternal damnation, these kind of quotes. And coming back to